this is the normal Brookhaven, and this is the tsunami Brookhaven. You can see that everything's completely flooded, and a giant wave is coming. So today, I want to test several ways to get a tsunami in Brookhaven. I'm going to try to survive the biggest tsunami of all, along with my friends. But now I'm going to have to get them. And for you who don't know, one of my friends is here on the boat. I don't know why he's here on the boat, but I'm coming here to get him. Guys, he's simply standing here, and he said, drive the boat. I discovered something amazing. Okay, this is a little weird, because he's interrupting everything I'm doing, and now you want me to simply drive the boat. So I'm going to do this. So much so that I'm driving this boat, and I'm coming here in the front like this. But you can see that my friend started dancing like this. He literally got the best dance of all, and this is the Aura dance. Okay, you have to teach me how to do this, because this is really cool. He said, let's do this when the tsunami arrives. Okay, this is very interesting. I agree to do this. But there are two ways to get a tsunami in Brookhaven. The first way is super easy, and the second way is really hard. But now I'm going to have to go back here to my car, because I literally abandoned it here. So we're arriving here in the front to get my car, because there's another friend of mine who wants to see the tsunami of Brookhaven. And as far as I know, he lives right here. I just don't know why he lives in a submarine. But now finally he's appearing there, and literally he lives in a submarine. But finally he came back here. And the first way to get the tsunami is much easier than it looks. And he came out here in the back. I don't know what you're doing in this house, but he's spying on the scientist's house. Man, you shouldn't do this at all. He said, leave him behind. He doesn't want to see the tsunami. Yes, I agree with you. The first way to get a tsunami is by clicking on the gear and then on this button, and then it will start raining exactly like this. And after a few minutes raining, finally this water will appear, which is flooding the whole city. So let's go up here, because this is really weird. But this is not a real tsunami. Today, I'm still going to test a way to get a real tsunami. But this water is really very dirty, and I doubt that you'll touch this. But he's really arriving here, and this water is so dirty that if you touch this, really this will be your end. I'm impressed that this player is in the middle of the water, and I just don't know what he's doing here. But now I'm coming here in the front jumping, so I don't touch this dirty water. And now I'm sitting here, but I wanted to know what you're doing there. He said, tsunamis aren't real, but I have a gift for you. Man, tsunamis are real. And soon I'm going to test a way to get the real tsunami. But he opened the trunk of his car, and he's going there to get something. It looks like he got a box. So much so that he gave this box to me. Okay, I don't know what's in this box. Now I'm like this, and I got a virtual reality headset. Now the whole map ended up changing. Okay, this is really interesting. But I'm going to test now the second way to get a tsunami. And for this, I will have to disable this button, including this friend of mine is completely toxic because he ended up touching the toxic water, which is this water that's here on the ground. Look, this is not very interesting, but I'm going to remove this headset because I really don't want this. But he's a really weird player, so I'm coming here to invite my friend to do the Brookhaven with tsunamis. But now that the water disappeared and he went back to normal. Guys, I'm going to have to get in my car. And for you who don't know, the second way to get a tsunami is a little harder than it looks, because I'm going to need to use Roblox Studio, and I'm going to have to make a real tsunami. But I want to make this perfect. And to make this tsunami perfect, I'm going to have to get a friend, and as far as I know, he's at the scientist's house. So I arrived here to get him, but strangely he's not here. He really went back to his house. So much so that this friend of mine is arriving here. Okay, he entered the scientist's house, and this is something that normally you don't do. But now I'm arriving exactly here, including my friend is lying here, and he's doing scientific tests. Really, this was weird. Now this red laser appeared, which made my friend completely red. I don't know what's happening here. I just know he has to stop this now. He said he agreed to be part of the experiment to get immortality, but immortality doesn't even exist. I have to get him out of here now. So much so that even my friend stood up, and he said goodbye, but he's not mad. Okay, this was really weird. I don't know why the players want to be red like this. Now I'm following my friend, because he has to help me make my game, because I'm putting a tsunami in Brookhaven. But that friend of mine didn't come here. Actually, he's lying here, and literally he ended up turning green. Okay, this is really weird. Now even he turned green, and this is really weird. I don't know why they agreed to do this, but I want you to tell me what you want in my game. He said, I want a tsunami obviously, and also boats. Okay, the second thing he said was really interesting. I'm going to put boats in this game of mine, and I'm going to let him drive my car to go wherever he wants. First, I'm going to put water in the whole game, and you can see that the city ended up like this. But I'll probably change this water. The water is like this, and now it turned out exactly like this. Really, it's much more beautiful. And this is the most beautiful water of all, because it's very realistic. But there are two important things missing. The tsunami is missing, and also the boats of this game. I want there to be different boats here in the city. There have to be at least 3 boats. So much so that I'm swimming here in the water, and this is really very different. But this is still not ready. But guys, I wanted to understand what they're doing here. Suddenly my friends are in this house, and I don't know what's happening. He said, after the rain that happened, my house was flooded. Wait, this can't be true. Guys, his house is completely flooded, and you can see that there's water leaking from here. It's coming down here, and this flooded his entire house. Look, I don't know who did this. Really, this is very weird. He said, it was you who did this, right? No, actually it wasn't me. So much so that he's staring at me. And he said, so it was you who made it rain in the city. And this is not very cool. All this that's happening is this his friend's fault, but he doesn't know why this friend of mine went back in his boat. So I'm going to have to escape from here because this player is completely crazy. Now I'm escaping flying, and finally this worked. I doubt he'll be able to reach me, but it looks like he's coming here with my car. Okay, this is not very cool. He stole my car and he's coming here, and now this friend of mine is coming out here in the front. Look, he has to stop now. I'm arriving here on his boat, and finally I managed to get here successfully, and this player couldn't reach me. You can see that really he's very mad. So much so that he's coming here after us. And now finally I'm in peace, and I'm going to be able to make my Roblox game with several tsunamis. But it looks like there's a problem, because now he's coming after us with a jet ski, and really he's arriving here. Guys, this is horrible. He's coming after us. So I'm going to get out of the boat, and I'm trying to make him stop following me. But he's not stopping. In fact, we're going to hit the wall now, because we're reaching the end of the map. Literally, this is the end of the map. And now we just arrived here. Now there's no way to escape. Really, this will be our end, because this boat is completely broken. There's smoke here. The boat is broken, and he's arriving exactly here. Really, this is terrible. Now he's aiming this item, but I'm going to have to fly away like this, and I'm simply going to escape from here in the most different way. Okay, I'm going to climb on this invisible edge, and now literally I'm flying. You can see that I'm in the middle of nowhere. Seriously, this is really very different. I doubt he'll be able to reach me here. So much so that he's looking at me, but you won't be able to reach me up here. In fact, I'm falling off the map, and this is terrible. Literally, I'm under the map, and now I'm going to have to do this bug to fly up and finally return to the surface. Okay, I just came back here, but I'm going to be able to make my game in peace. I'm putting a boat in my Roblox game, and this is actually really interesting. I'm getting in the boat, and I want to see if this works. And unfortunately, it looks like this boat doesn't work, because I can't sit here to drive. Actually, I did it, and now I'm coming here in the front like this. This boat really works. Okay, this is better than it looks. I'm going to be able to see the whole map like this in Brookhaven. But now I want to put more boats, but this boat is not enough. And the best of all is that I can come here in the front like this, and I can simply sit. I can also use different animations, and like this I'm going to be able to do that animation my friend did at the beginning of the video. This is going to be amazing. I'm going to have to search this word, and I'm going to buy this item. So much so that I just got animation, and it looks like they're right here. Look, I'm not going down, because it's not worth it, and I don't want to get arrested. But actually he's not a police officer. He just wants revenge. And that's why I'm not going down. I'm going to stay up here forever, because this is the safest place of all. And he doesn't even know how to come up here. In fact, I don't know why this friend of mine is helping him. Actually, he teleported and came back here to talk to my friend. But now I'm arriving here on the boat. Guys, he's coming here in the front, so I'm going to have to jump here in the front. But this is really difficult. Now I did it, and I accidentally fell off the boat. So I have to go back on the boat. But this is going to be really difficult. Now I did it. So I'm going to use this animation, and I'm literally using that dance. Simply, this is really very cool, because this is the best dance of all. But I want to put more things in my game. I want my Roblox game to have more boats, and also to have a tsunami, because here in the game I still haven't put a tsunami. For now, there's only this water. So now I just put this tsunami, which is literally a giant tsunami. I just got this really cool boat, which is basically a Lamborghini boat, and I want to see if this Lamborghini boat really works. And it looks like it works. This is a luxury boat, and it's going to be really interesting to use this boat in the game to escape from the tsunami, because you can see that there's a giant tsunami coming here. Really, I'm going to have to escape from this, but I'm going to have to invite more players to see my game, and I also have to put more stuff in my game. I just didn't understand why this boat is crooked. Guys, this is crooked, and this is really weird. But I think I'm going to put more natural disasters in my game, and I'm also going to put a tornado. Okay, I got this giant boat, and I'm going to leave it here in the front. I don't know if I can drive this. I'm going to leave it more in the front. I even put this rocket right here, and this will be the only way for you to escape the tsunami, and it will be in the middle of nowhere. You'll have to run here to escape, but I also want to put jet skis in my game. You can see my game is starting to look amazing, and later I want to drive this cargo boat. Guys, it's already night here in the city, and this player doesn't stop following me, so I'm just going to leave here like this, and literally I'm going to escape from here. Now I'm arriving right at this part to simply run away. But it looks like he's coming up ahead and doesn't stop following me. He's even trying to hit me, but that's impossible since these items don't even work. But guys, I'm simply going to teleport, and now I'm going to run away from here. He even stood up here, and he said, "You finally came back. Shall we play your game?" Yes, I will play my game in a bit, but it looks like he already left the game. Look, this is terrible. The two of them just left Brookhaven because they think my game is ready, but actually my game is not ready yet. Okay, I'm going to steal this car for myself, which is the car of the player who was following me. But now he got in the car. Okay, this is terrible. Why is he aiming that item here? So I'm running away up ahead, and you have to get out of the car now, because I have to keep making my Roblox game. So I'm coming up here to the front, and I don't know why there's a car in the middle of the street, but he has to get out of here now. He said, "You're going to be arrested for having flooded my house." Look, I don't know how I'm going to escape from here, but I had an idea. I'm going to jump on this mountain, and now I'm basically going to throw him up ahead. So I'm simply going to escape from here. And now he just fell down there, so much so that his car is completely broken. But he got out of there, and he's trying to drive that car, but he won't make it because the car is too destroyed. Now I'm going to teleport here, and I'm going to hide in this house. I'm going to close the curtain curtain so he doesn't see me. Okay, I got a jet ski, but it ended up falling on the ground. I don't know why this happened, and it's broken. Okay, I got the jet ski, and it really works. I'm coming here in the front like this. Really, this is very fast. This is the best boat I can use to escape from the tsunami. But I had an idea. I'm coming towards the tsunami because I'm not afraid of it. Now I'm coming here in the front. Me and my friends will have to survive the tsunami, and for sure it's going to be very difficult. So I'm going to invite them to play the game now. Now all of them are here, and there's a tsunami coming. We have to come here on the boat now. Otherwise, this will be our end. And one of them will have to drive this because I'm going to come here in the front to simply keep dancing. Okay, he has to drive this now. So he's coming here in the front, and you have to escape. But I don't know where he's going. Guys, my friend won't be able to escape from the tsunami. Okay, I'm going to start dancing so that we have luck. Perfect. I'm dancing right here. And here's a much better boat. So much so that the tsunami is coming, and it just arrived in the city, and it's destroying this island. Man, I don't know where you're going, but you have to get to the rocket now. So much so that my friend is coming in this direction, and he has to escape. I don't really know where he's going. I just know that now we're arriving here in the front. And here in the front, there's a giant boat. Behind it, there's a rocket. It's on this rocket that you have to get now. You can see that the tsunami just arrived in the city. Literally, this is the end of the city. The city will be completely destroyed. Okay, he's passing right here near the boat. He said, my God, what a crazy game. Now finally he's arriving here at the rocket, and we're going to be able to escape. So he has to stop the boat now, because we're going to have to climb up here. Okay, finally he stopped the boat, and now we're going to climb up here. Including the tsunami is getting very close, and it just destroyed the whole city. The three of us are in the rocket, and we're going to fly away from here to escape this tsunami. But there's a problem. It's getting too close. Okay, I'm going to press this button, and now officially we're going to fly away. Literally, we have to escape from here to survive the tsunami. But I don't know if we're going to be able to escape from here in time, especially because the tsunami is very close. But you can see that now the rocket is preparing to take off, and at any moment it's going to start flying away. But it's too late. We won't be able to escape. Actually, the rocket started flying away, and we're going to be able to fly away in time. At the last second, we managed to escape from the tsunami, and literally this worked. We managed to escape from everything that's happening here in the city. And this happened literally at the last second. He said, I don't know how we survived this. I also don't know how we did this. And for some reason this rocket is bald. Now I'm seeing what happened in the city, and you can see that everything here is very weird. This literally is the end of the city of Brookhaven, because everything was completely flooded. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the member button, and I'm going to add you on Roblox.